What's up, everybody? What's up, sports fans? I am the Sports Judge. Welcome. You're wasting your breath on complaining about the NBA going soft on Patrick Beverley. What did you expect? Like, really, what did you guys expect? It's the freaking NBA. I've been telling you all how the NBA is. Soft, inconsistent, weak, no accountability. I feel like a lot of these players, when they do something wrong or act out, are never held accountable. And if they are, it's certain ones who are used by example. And I know Draymond Green is a repeat offender, but there are rules and consequences for everyone, or at least there should be rules and consequences for everyone, but it isn't. It's not a fair game. And yes, they should apply to everyone, but they don't. You saw how the league just slapped Jamal Murray on the wrist. What does a fine do? What message does that send to someone like Jamal Murray? When Draymond gets suspended indefinitely or for a long period of time, it's because he has a history. He's a repeat offender. But it's also because he's not the most likable person. He's not as valuable as Jamal Murray, who can get away with it because he's a star player and he's an advantage when he's on the floor. That the other day, that was about protecting the ratings and the TV audience. So the NBA gave Jamal Murray a huge break so he can play in Game 3. And he played in Game 3. The league got that wrong. And you guys heard me say that in the video. That was one of my takes in the video. It's a bad look. The inconsistency in the NBA is getting worse. You have a commissioner who is gutless. That brings me to Patrick Beverley, who is not a very likable guy. Never, ever forgive a man who continues to embarrass himself with his actions on the court. Pat Bev has been public enemy number one for the NBA. And when you have a history and when you're marked because of your antics or the dumb shit you've done in the past, the way you will be perceived is this truculent clown, and nobody will like you. Not necessarily dislike you as the person, but dislike you for your actions and how you conduct yourself, which reflects your character. When you act a certain way, and once a cycle of patterns begin to appear, and you see a certain set of actions, that's when people label you as you are. The way you are perceived is the way you will be received. I mean, that's just the reality of it. That's the way it is, right? Your image matters, especially when you're this public figure making millions to play basketball. So I'll say this in the politest way. Throwing a ball at fans and his interaction with a reporter after Game 6 of their first round series in the final minutes of the Bucks' loss to the Pacers is proof that Patrick Beverley won't ever change. I don't expect him to ever change anytime soon. And some people don't ever change. That's just the way they are. Pat Beverley will continue to try his hardest to be this wannabe tough guy, because that's what he is, right? His antics are old, fake tough guy, and the NBA has way too many fake tough guys. Talk their trash, talk about it, but don't be about it. You know, they're tough when their teammates are around or when security is present, but when you give them a place and an address and tell them to come find you, they're nowhere in sight. Nothing new. Patrick Beverley has a history. Pat was like this everywhere he's played. He's a headache. This kind of behavior has no place in the game. Throwing a basketball at someone, that can hurt somebody. You know, you got to protect the fans too as much as you protect your players. They're the ones spending their hard-earned money to come to these games. Now, a basketball is not going to kill anyone, But it doesn't feel good to get hit by a basketball, especially when you don't see it coming. Beverly kept jawing with fans behind their bench before teammates and others diffused the situation. And then after the game, you refuse to answer a reporter's questions because they don't listen to his podcast, your podcast? Really? First of all, nobody is obligated to listen to your podcast. Secondly, nobody cares what comes out of your mouth because you sound like a troll anyway, and people by now have had it with you. No one in their right mind even cares about your stupid podcast. It's a clown show. It's a shit show. I listened to it once before and never again. I listened to it for about 2 minutes and I clicked off of it because I didn't find it very entertaining or amusing. If I wanted to go to a circus, then I'll actually go to one instead of wasting an hour of my time listening to him talk basically about nothing for clickbait. Weak men like him lose their cool and then act like a fake tough guy. It's easy to talk tough when you have security escort you everywhere you go. The NBA gave Patrick Beverly a break. 4-game suspension? Really? 4 games my ass. That's nothing. He should have gotten 50 games. I'm harsh when it comes to punishing someone. You have to send a message. But you know, with him, I'm not sure if you can send a message to him because he'll just act out again, just like Draymond and the rest of these clowns. The locker room behavior was unacceptable. His behavior on the court was extremely out of pocket. What he did was worse than Murray, who doesn't get suspended at all, but Beverly gets suspended 4 games. I'm dumbfounded. So one guy doesn't get suspended at all, while the other guy gets suspended but pretty much gets off with just 4-game suspension. Okay, yeah, wow. Players look at Adam Silver like a substitute teacher. It's like that one likable sub who comes to the classroom the day the teacher can't make it in. And we all had them, right? In which you can get away with just about anything, but once the teacher returns, you can't really pull one over on him or her because they're stern. Now, you have to be on your best behavior because the actual teacher is back, and that teacher is a model of consistency and doesn't put up with anybody, right? Silver has allowed this. You're enabling the players to run your league. They're the guys running the show because it's certainly not you. The NBA needs another David Stern because this league now is so soft. It's a soft ass league. Players have taken advantage of Silver. I have met parents that have gone soft on their kids. Have you ever met one of those parents who, when a kid does something wrong, instead of disciplining the kid, they're defending the kid? Oh no, my kid would never do anything like that. My kid is not a bad kid. And the next time you see the kid, he has a new iPhone or some fresh kicks on his feet. Those are the parents who are enabling their kids. You're essentially rewarding good behavior instead of punishing them in hopes they'll learn from their actions. What is that teaching them? What it is teaching them is absolutely nothing. What is it teaching anybody when you continue to let them get away with their actions? It tells me you're weak and that you would let anybody walk all over you, and Silver let these guys walk all over him, and they know it, and so they do it. Appreciate the love, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm checking out of here now. Thank you guys so much. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all the wonderful and beautiful mothers out there, the loving and caring moms, happy Mother's Day to you all. I forgot to start off the video by saying that, but I didn't forget, obviously. Happy Mother's Day to all the loving and caring mothers out there. Thank you for your sacrifices and all the great things you guys do, because without you, nobody is on this earth, right? So we really appreciate the love and support, and have a great day. Spoil your mothers, tell them how much you love them, and to those who lost their moms, you know, they're with you in spirit. God bless you guys. Love you all. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk soon. Peace, everyone.